Carol Davis. We have fracking process. Carol was here a few days ago. Come up to the mic, Carol, real quick, please.
Right now.
So, welcome, Carol. You know, I'm happy that you're here, along with the many students that are also involved in this initiative. It's quite a task you've taken on, and I'm really proud of you and your students. And you know, we as the Turtle Mountain Chippewa, we love our land, we love our home, and we do not want anything to happen to our water. Water is the lifeblood of Mother Earth. So we have a resolution, and Carol Davis will talk briefly. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Chairman St. Clair, and I would like to thank the Tribal Council. We had a very good meeting with the Tribal Council last Friday. I have to mention Christian LaRock, the 9-year-old boy who did the draft, and ask the Tribal Council to please keep our water safe. I think he really sets the tone for us. That's one of our children that we're here to talk about and to request your support on. And when we presented the information on fracking, I hope that we were educating you just like we got educated the first time we heard about how the oil industry goes after oil that is embedded in shale and rock. For the listeners out there, fracking is a very hazardous way for getting at oil. What they do is they use contaminating chemicals that cause cancer, destroy your aquifer, and will potentially destroy the water in the Turtle Mountains if we allow oil industry to come here to do fracking to extract oil. And that's what this is about. We've had about 50 people who have participated. Chairman St. Clair came to one of our evening meetings, and the people who have been coming have been bringing the information and sharing it. We've been sharing it with each other. And so I want you to know that this is not just myself. I'm just one of the people who has agreed that this needs to be considered a serious issue by our people. We presented a resolution and asked for it to be placed on the agenda, and you agreed on Friday. We had 3 signatures on that Delma sheet, and Cindy all signed to get it on the agenda, and we really appreciated that. And when we submitted that resolution, we were beginning to hear rumors about the Bureau of Indian Affairs letting bids for oil development on the Turtle Mountain Reservation. So we have a resolution that's in your packet, but we would ask for an amendment that would direct the Bureau of Indian Affairs not to open those bids until the oil companies who are bidding understand that we do not allow fracking here. It may change the way that they want to bid on any oil development. We're not against oil development. There's an old-fashioned way, and people in this room have worked on those oil rigs, and it's to go down and pull out the oil. But what we're against is the fracking method that we put hazardous chemicals into our water.
I'll make that motion, Carol, to include your amendment.
Second.
Motion by Vice Chairman Buttrell, seconded by Councilperson Militaire. Any other discussion?
If I could, Caroline, it was very enlightening. The film on fracking is very enlightening, and I want to thank you for bringing that to us.
Thank you. Yes, we've had, like I say, a dedicated group, and there was a group of people who sat and put that video together, that PowerPoint together for the Tribal Council.
I'd just like to add that I feel that our water can be worth its weight in gold. We'll have the only clean, fresh water there is. We'll be able to sell our water to other places that have ruined all their water. So our water will be worth more than gold in the future, more than gold or anything else in the future. Plus the health of our people. If we talk about all the cancer stuff that we've already got, all the cancer patients, 7 weeks, Cindy has said, you know, if we can stop this process of this cancer from in any way, I'm in support of that. So.
I personally feel, Carol, if I may, that at some point a coalition probably is going to be in order. I know Councilman Larry DeCoto suggested that, and we take the initiative, and we do bring it to the County Commission. So that will be the next step I believe we need to look at.
Thank you. I think that's exactly where we need to go. If we're going to protect all the water, we need to work with the entities that are involved, and the county commissioners and other deputies are part of that. And another part is the state legislature just put that $1 million aside to keep EPA from investigating any oil development that involves fracking. That's totally against what we're talking about here. We're a sovereign nation, and I think once this resolution is passed, and it might be the first time the tribe has actually stood up to the oil industry and said that we're not, you can have our oil, but you can't frack here. And so I think we need to make the state of North Dakota aware that if there's going to be any kind of development in anything in Rolette County, that they come to the tribal council first.
Thank you, Carol.
Carol, I'd like to mention that at 1 o'clock we have a special meeting today, and number 6 on the agenda is a fracking agreement.
Sand, Cindy, it's sand. It's not oil development. It's basically to sell sand to some of the oil companies. Is what we're looking at. So there will be no oil. That does not include oil development, Cindy. So if they need sand and clay, we're looking at selling them some. We haven't.
That's for the purpose of fracking?
That's for the purpose of fracking, yeah.
If we don't support the fracking, why would we want to sell fracking?
Well,
Economic development.
Economic development. You know, selling sand is not oil development.
You know, there's a lot of oil development going on the Fort Turtle reservation. A lot of us here have friends and relatives, and they're congratulating Turtle Mountain for taking this step. They're saying if they had known what we know now, 3 years ago, there would be no fracking going on in Fort Turtle. They have damaged their aquifer in Dunn County, which is where Mandarin is located. The people who are dependent on rural water are not going to have any water. They don't have any now. So we can already start selling water. One additional comment I would like to make, because I've heard so much about economic development this morning, think about this. People are going to want to come to the Turtle Mountains because of our clean water. Suppose we contaminated it. We're building a new casino. Who would come here if they couldn't bathe? Who would come here if they had to carry their bottled water? Who would come here if they couldn't eat in our restaurants because they couldn't use our water? Or pay the prices we would have to charge to haul all that water in. So I think this is an economic development issue. And like Lauren says, water is our gold. It is our oil.
Carol, how do you feel about us selling sand to help develop fracking?
Oh, I'm against all fracking. I don't care where it is and how it's done. But the issue I'm most caring about is what's happening to the water. And I'll add something that came into our meeting. I didn't intend to go into some of this morning. I'm holding it back, so I'll say it. When Bob Schulich was here, he came from the White's reservation, and when we talked about the third issue, he said, well, you know, we only care about water in the Turtle Mountains. And he talked about the water spirits, and he said, the water spirits are in Montana, they're in the ocean, they're everywhere. So when you protect the water, no matter where you're protecting it, you're pleasing or you're doing what your ancestors told you to do.
Protect life.
They don't care to protect the water in Utah at this time. This fracking is going on, it's continuing over in that area. All we're doing here is we have a quality sand that they use for fracking. And this sand has a lot, like Pennsylvania, for instance, their sand is coming out of China. And they're paying a ridiculous amount of money. So that's all we're looking at here. We're looking to see if we have quality enough sand to use in the fracking process, which we ain't going to change out there. But we can do it here on the res. But that's all we're looking at. Economic development here. If our sand is quality enough, it's going to bring big revenue into this tribe that we can help our people with. That's basically all that is with that sand. We're not going to screw up the environment by doing this. You know, but like I said, we can't do nothing about Utah. We can't go tell them to quit fracking. It ain't going to happen. But here on this reservation in Willette County, we can do it as a tribe, as a people here. You know, and I support Carol's organization 100% on this issue. But we're going to go forward. Sad, that's just a product they need. We're going to try something.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're all concerned, and like I said, we love Turtle Mountain. We love Mother Earth, and we want to protect Mother Earth in every way possible. So with that, Jolene, I'm going to call for the vote.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
Representative Hunter?
Yes.
Representative Simmons-Elliser?
Yes.
Representative DeLore?
Yes.
Representative Day?
Yes.
Representative Davis?
Yes.
Representative Soto?
Yes.
Representative Pelkey?
Yes.
Representative Mike Mellinger?
Yes.